Welcome to PCC Rokita production plant. We carry out chemicals production. Chemicals and complex preparations for professional use in different industry sectors are produced in our production plant. Particular attention is paid to high production standards in terms of security. We would like you to feel safe, so please follow the rules that we will explain to you in this video. If you are here for the first time, or you do not know the topography of the production plant, park the vehicle in front of the entrance to PCC, and then take a leaflet with a map and a visitor pass at the visitor pass office. Then, enter the premises through the marked entrance for trucks and stop the car on the weighing balance. Report the transport. Remember, if you transport ADR materials, you must wear safety clothes, and if you transport other materials, you must wear workwear. Personal protective equipment must be provided by your employer. Remember that on the premises of PCC Rokita, it is strictly forbidden to bring in or consume alcohol or substances having similar effects. Security staff members are allowed to check your sobriety. A security staff member is obliged to inspect your car before entry. Traffic rules and a speed limit of 30 km per hour are applicable on the premises of the production plant. Strictly observe the signs and speed limits. There are level crossings on the premises of PCC Rokita. Trains run on each of them. Stop before each level crossing. Watch out for transport traffic and other vehicles, including passenger cars, pedestrians and cyclists. Use blind spot mirrors. Whether you enter in a truck or a passenger car, remember to turn on the lights and fasten your seatbelt. While talking on your mobile phone, only use hands-free microphones. If you enter the premises with a delivery truck or by passenger car, park in the place indicated by the security staff member. On the premises of PCC Rokita, you will find clear markings thanks to which you'll get to the loading/unloading place. Remember to wear personal protection equipment during loading and unloading. If you use a leaning ladder to handle the cistern, secure it before entering the steps. After parking the vehicle in the loading/unloading place, put the wheel chocks under the wheels. Use personal protection equipment in compliance with the rules applicable in the given area. The loading and unloading of ADR materials can only be done in the presence of a qualified PCC employee. ADR loads must be marked. Remember to properly secure the transported load. The exit from the company is marked with yellow boards. While leaving, present the visitor pass to the reader and leave them in the visitor pass office. The security staff member is obliged to check your vehicle. Remember to make the load compartment available. General rules. You are not allowed to take photos or record videos on the premises of our company. This also applies to mobile phones and dashboard cameras. It is only permitted to take photos and record videos after obtaining special permission from the company management. You can only smoke in the indicated smoking rooms. Beyond the smoking rooms, it is strictly forbidden to use an open fire or to smoke cigarettes, including e-cigarettes. Rules for moving around. If you are a pedestrian, follow the communication route. Do not wander off the route. Give the right of way to transportation vehicles, trains and trucks. Hold the handrail when climbing and going down the stairs. Do not enter the installation zone without permission. Do not enter the restricted areas. Do not approach the machines, devices or installations. Watch out for pedestrians and cyclists. Wherever it is possible, walk within the pedestrian crossings. Do not touch devices or control desks if they are not within your scope of works on the premises of PCC. Strictly observe all signs, injunctions and prohibitions. Remember that it is strictly forbidden to use mobile phones in explosive zones. Mobile phones should be switched off in such zones. The production of chemicals and their presence on site is associated with the possibility of specific hazards. We spare no effort in reducing them to a minimum, but the risk of failure cannot be avoided. The main hazards on the premises of PCC Rokita include the possibility of an explosion or fire that poses a risk of the emission of toxic substances into the air. Most chemicals used at PCC Rokita, including all the most dangerous ones, have a distinct and characteristic odour. This will be the first sign of danger that requires you to respond. This results in the obligation to wear a gas mask while staying on our premises. In case of danger, you can also use the mask stored in emergency cabinets. In case of contact with toxic and corrosive substances, use a safety shower. Remember, always pay attention to the unusual odours that you haven't smelled before. Pay attention to all leaks, failed seals, or noises. Inform us as soon as possible about any dangerous or unusual situation. You can provide the information to your guide or any PCC Rokita employee. Emergency situations. In case of fire or other hazards, you can also use the manual call point. If your health is not at risk, stay close to the activated manual call point. At PCC Rokita, there is an in-house rescue service that is a highly specialised fire protection unit. We also have direct contact with the state fire brigade units. There is also a medical station where outpatient care is provided and, if necessary, ambulance transport to hospital is ensured. In the event of fire, evacuate to the outside of the building and head to the nearest assembly point. Listen to the instructions given by the person managing the evacuation procedure. Do not move away until the evacuation has been completed and the person in charge has given a clear order. If you see a dangerous or unusual situation, fire, explosion, leakage, smoke, etc., respond and report it immediately to the PCC Emergency Service. Telephone 717942998 and report the situation. In the event of a failure on the premises of the plant, the alarm system will be activated. The alarm will be announced by means of street loudspeakers in the form of an audible signal and a voice announcement. It is also possible to announce an alarm with a single 10-second beep that will be repeated for 3 minutes every 25 seconds. If you are driving while an alarm is being sounded, stop at the roadside so as not to obstruct the passage of emergency services. Turn off the engine, leave the keys in the ignition, and do not lock the car. Head to the nearest and tallest office building in the area. Comply strictly with the instructions of the plant employees. Turn off air conditioners. Check and close all windows. Go up to the top floor of the building. In a closed office building, you can stay safe even for a few hours. Once the danger has ceased, the contamination alert will be cancelled by the same means as when it is announced, and, in the case of an alarm siren, by a continuous signal lasting 3 minutes. Remember, follow the signs on site. If you hear an alarm signal, start the evacuation process as follows. Use traffic paths. Watch out for vehicles and bicycles. Don't take photos. Don't film without permission. Don't use an open flame outside of smoking rooms. Don't enter restricted zones. Do not move away from the guide. Remember to wear personal protective equipment when entering the system-related area. Information on the necessary protective measures can be found on the boards in front of the systems. If you see a dangerous or unusual situation or smell an odour for the first time, respond and notify the emergency services. Save the emergency number on your mobile phone, 717942998. Have a safe stay on the premises of PCC Rokita.